These are the interviews from Chat City on Preston FM. Don't forget, our show is live weekdays from 10 till noon. Tune in and become part of our family.
But I've got on the phone now, there are many Michael tribute acts in the world today. Some dance but cannot sing, others sing but cannot dance. It's almost impossible to find someone with the ability to not only perform live but to authentically capture the essence and the magic of Michael Jackson. And one person who does that is appearing here in Preston tomorrow night. So we want to get you all over to the Guildhall because it's Jackson live in concert. And on the phone right now is Ben. So Ben, a very good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm absolutely fine. But Ben, now, I mean, out of all the people to be on stage, to be doing Michael Jackson, wow. How did this begin? I mean, how did this act begin? I mean, have you been a fan of Michael Jackson for a long, long time?
As far back as I can remember, really. We grew up with my mother's records, and I just played the first 3 Michael Jackson albums to death, and it really became sort of a childhood obsession from there. And then when I was around 16, I started to emulate him more vocally. You know, I always danced like him, but vocally I began experimenting with that. And then it kind of went from there, you know, from hiring halls and selling tickets to what it is now, you know, on our theater tour, touring across the UK. For the last 2 years, you know, with the band and the dancers and everything. So it kind of spiraled out of control from as far back as I can remember, really.
Right. And as I was saying at the beginning, I mean, I speak to lots of people who are doing concerts, etc., and doing tribute concerts. But, I mean, Michael Jackson, I mean, the moves, the dance routines, to authentically get the Jackson dance on stage, that must take some hard work, Ben.
It's a lot of hard work, and there's a lot of times that I think to myself, you know, I should have done Neil Diamond. But
yes,
you know, it's incredible. But the good thing about that is that you never get bored with it. You know, there's always so much to learn from Michael Jackson. I can watch stuff that I've seen 100 times and still, you know, notice something different that I can draw from. So it you know, it keeps it interesting for sure.
And to tell our listeners how keen a Jackson fan you are, I understand that even when you were 7, you had a special birthday. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah. Everybody came dressed as various different eras of Michael Jackson, and the cake was his face, and you know, it was really cool. I have fond memories of that. But yeah, I've always been completely mad about Michael Jackson. I remember seeing a school report, and it's something that I only saw recently, where the teacher had asked me what I thought of Assembly and written down my response, and my response was, I don't really want to sing all these carols. I want to these hymns. I want to sing more Michael Jackson in Assembly. You know,
yeah.
And that was back when I was like 5 years old. You know, so it's been a long-term thing.
Wow. So even when it was the Jacksons who were together and the you know, the height of their fame, was it still Michael within the Jacksons that you wanted to emulate?
Oh, definitely. You know, I think that Michael really stuck out of the crowd anyway for a lot of years, and it's you know, I still watch all the Jackson stuff because I think that you really need to know where somebody's come from to be able to emulate them 100%. You know, and I really do research Michael Jackson. It's not just a job for me; it's a way of life. And I think it's important to know his history and know where he's been and where he's come from, and you know, everything about him.
Right. And I'm not too sure of the accent. Where are you from, Ben?
Where am I from? Originally, I'm from Kent, but yeah, I've spent a lot of time emulating Michael Jackson and going on tour, and I mean, it'd be the 10th year next year, so it's like, I think it's like 9 years from this month, so it's been a long time.
Wow. And I mean, did you ever get the opportunity to meet him?
No, unfortunately I didn't, and it's something that's it's very sad. But I did get to see him live in concert, and I'm thankful for that. But we were going to try and arrange something for when he came over to London, but obviously that never happened.
Yeah, I was going to have asked about. I take it you would have definitely been at the O2 should that concert have taken place.
100%, yeah. I had 3 sets of tickets, which was really a blind miracle, But I couldn't wait to go. I was well, infused about the whole situation because, I'd seen him when I was 8, so that was the last time I'd seen him live. So I was really, up for experiencing it again.
Right. Now, the show, I mean, you actually do sing live, don't you, within the show?
Yeah, absolutely, 100% live, yeah.
And tell us a little about it then for listeners who we shall get to come along tomorrow night. You're here in Preston. It's at the Guildhall. What will people, what will they experience tomorrow when they come along, Ben?
Well, the original idea for us was to really go out there and show people what Michael Jackson was like on stage, and to show musically also what that was like, with the band and the dancers. And we tore all of our own sound and light. That was initially the idea behind Jackson Live in Concert. And then when we really got into it, last year we went out with more of a sort of a concert concept and took Michael Jackson's 3 world tours and picked our favorite parts from each one of those and created a Michael Jackson concert. But this year we went in at a different angle and kind of really made it, although it's still Jackson Live in Concert, it's very based upon not only his world tours but also some of our favorite hits that never actually got to see the stage with Michael Jackson. But we've really worked on creating something that is different, that is fresh, but also holds on to those initial classic elements of a Michael Jackson performance. So it really is, for us, what we believe to be, the Michael Jackson live experience for the fans.
And you have a dance cast with you also on stage?
Yeah, absolutely. I have sort of 4 dancers that tour with me all the time, and they're fantastic. They're top of their field in hip hop and breakdancing and all the elements that you need to create to recreate the Michael Jackson experience. But also the band are extremely talented. Every single person puts in their own flair to their instrument and their side of things, and the musical director and the producers are extremely dedicated to making it, the best of the best.
Yeah. And what about, do you personally have a favourite Jackson song? Has it been the one throughout your lifetime, or does it change? What's your favourite Jackson song?
To be honest, I always chop and change what I love performing, but one of the consistent ones that has always been something that I've always enjoyed has been Billie Jean, and that's because as of the start of last year, we began doing something with it that is pretty magical without kind of giving too much away. But it's a great song to perform. There's so much power behind the song and the choreography, and obviously it's the number with the moonwalk and the hat and the glove and everything. So it's really, for me, it's signature Michael Jackson. It's so cool and so slick, and it just I get a thrill from it every single time.
Yeah, I can understand that. And after 10 years, is it still the thrill? Is it still like that when you're up on stage dancing?
I still listen to Michael Jackson every single day of my life, whether I'm performing or not. I love his music. And I love him, and I think that he was a genius in his field. And I can never ever imagine my life without Michael Jackson in it.
Brilliant. And for our listeners, there's been some great reviews. One says, Ben's got the look, the moonwalk and the voice, and his rendition of Thriller, Beat It, Bad and Billie Jean are truly sensational. So for our listeners, you can go along and see Ben and the cast tomorrow night, Jackson Live in Concert, here in Preston at the Guildhall. And I'll play out with Billie Jean. So it's been nice to talk to you, Ben.
Thank you very much.
Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
We hope you've enjoyed this interview as much as we have. Why not join our Chat City family and give us a tweet at ChatCityPFM.